Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. To say today's game has been highly anticipated is an understatement. Number 1 versus number 2, and that's really all that needs to be said. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Oregon Ducks. Onside, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, this is one of the most exciting top 25 matchups of this season. Honestly, Oregon versus Ohio State might be two of the most talented rosters in all of college football. College football playoff implications on the line. This one should be massive when Oregon takes on Ohio State. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Ducks will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Say it. Here's a heat. A sack.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Sayin. Here comes the heat. He's got it down the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Running inside, it's Jackson. Maybe some room here. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double.
Might have a chance. Picks up the first down. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Rodgers. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
That's why it's so important to have success on 1st and 2nd down. They're running the ball on 2nd down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Right back to the well. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Throwing, say it. Fires it incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play.
There's a crease. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Buckeye!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking for room. It's Davison. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Out of the backfield, he's open. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. That's caught. It's Smith. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. That's the big sophomore tight end who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on him. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Sayin trying to be heard above the noise. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 1st down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Dante Moore. Got his man. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The run inside. It's Griffin. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the 2nd level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on second and short. Finding some room. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Ducks are marching down the field. Here's how the career starts. His first carry.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll go right back to it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Throwing more. Makes a catch. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Always a rare treat to get number 1 versus number 2, particularly this early in the season, guys.
Yeah, just an early test, right? Understand exactly where you are, obviously with big ramifications down the road. But, Jesse, how about knowing where you are to start the season?
You're absolutely right. This is a game that's going to set the tone for both of these teams and also for the entire college football season.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
The Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Got his man. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. Man, I hope the kicker's okay after that penalty. You got to worry about protecting them when they're on that plant leg.
Number 39, set to kick off.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Say it. Pressure coming. Hauls it in. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Fights off a defender. Here's a little room there. He's pushed out of bounds He's inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. He's piled up 76 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. And the Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Running inside, it's Rodgers. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go play action with Sayin. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Sayin. Under fire. Breaks loose. Quarterback gets the first down. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Man, this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. On the run, it's Hill. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds.
that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's Moore to throw. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab on the right. Touchdown, Ducks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Play fake, Julian Sayin. He tries to take the top off. Upstairs, he's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Turning it on. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I will keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
Here's Sayin to throw. Under fire. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Motion from the wideout. Past the 30. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Snags it.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And he tacks on the extra point. Bringing it back. Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. And the returner goes down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Moore. Complete. That's a 20. He's got space. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line. And just like that, they're out of trouble.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Moore to the air. He'll take the deep shot. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dante Moore. Punts it out of the air. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Looking for a big play. Finds a spot in the middle. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Cal taking on the number 6 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Throwing Moore. It's complete to the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
Looking for room. It's Davison. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Maybe a crease. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Wide receiver going in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's Moore to throw. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. The run inside. It's Rodgers. Shakes off the defender. Got enough for the first. He's loose down the left side. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Buckeye. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working.
Punt, and he's got room. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. When you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Griffin. Crosses the 45. At the 40, there he goes. It's a seam wide up, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
Number 39 sets a kickoff.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Rodgers. Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense. Man, he's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on 3rd down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Say it. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you can pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
Reads it, fires complete. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting down.